Hello everybody. I just recorded last week's reading. I usually do several on that, like on one day. That one was quite long. I hope this one is going to be shorter. Sorry, I just bumped into the camera. And today I'm going to use the Mutant Tarot as well. You know, it's my favorite anti-psychic tarot. Before we start, I want to point out that I am available for personal readings. And you can contact me. You will find my contact information below. And also I would like to point out that I created a new YouTube channel. I haven't uploaded anything yet, but I will very, very soon. And maybe you are going to be interested in those videos. I say a lot of I'm sorry. It is going to be a lot about twin flame and soulmate astrology, because I've knew that if twin flames mirror each other, that the same coin but yet different, that must, it just must show up in astrology. And since I'm a monadic twin, that is what I wanted to focus on. But also I found a lot about split twins, about different soul connections. They do show in astrology, so I did a lot of research on that and a lot of channeling. Spirit helped me. So that is what I want to offer there. I'm going to analyze horoscopes of celebrity couples to see if they are, what kind of soulmates they are. Do they have like twin flame traits, or more like other kind of soulmates, or what kind of soul connection do they have? I don't always define everything, of course. I'm just looking, is it likely or not. I never say, oh, I'm 100% sure that this or that. And if you're interested in that, yeah, it's my new channel is going to be called Magique Soul Ascension Coach, and you will be able to book your own astrology readings about you and a soul connection, maybe romantic, or your sister or best friend, whatever it is. And also I'm going to talk a lot about reverse engineering and manifestation. For example, about Britney Spears. What happened that she manifests the situation she is in right now, for example. So these are some things I have planned, but I have a whole list of things I want to do. So again, please check out my new YouTube channel. I will upload videos soon. It is going to be Magique Soul Ascension Coach. Okay, but now let's get to this week's reading for the Twin Flame High Level Soul or Divine Counterpart Collective. Spirit, what do you want to tell us? Last week's reading was interesting. The one I just did like 5 minutes ago for you last week. It resonated with me deeply. So let's see if we got the same collective or a different one. I'm feeling a different one. I don't know why. Energy feels different. Nope. That's not it yet. Okay. Okay. The first card is stagnation. Don't worry about it. We've had readings that didn't start too well and then it shifted. It's the Eight of Pentacles, stagnation, and it is called the Labyrinth or Maze of the Minotaurus. But you see, he already found a way out. It's already, the gate is open and there's the moon as some kind of guidance. But this can indicate that there has been some kind of stagnation in your life or in your relationship, or you feel stuck. Your person has felt stuck for a while, and maybe it's time to, it's really dark, of course, to get out of some kind of darkness, to follow the light, to follow the moon, because as I always say, we can only manifest what we vibrate, and if there's darkness inside of us, we cannot manifest our person to come. The other person never comes as some kind of a savior. We have to find a way out of the maze and meet our person outside. Your person is not inside of the maze. So this to me indicates, a maze has different ways about doing something different. You can't go the same path again and again and again and then end up in that dead end. It's important to find a new way. And if you already work on yourself, maybe it's important to find a new technique. Whatever technique you have been using, maybe it's not the perfect one for you. Or if you haven't done anything, it is time to do something different, to find a way out. I remember with my pre-twin, my catalyst twin, it was a very intense connection, intense telepathy and all of that stuff. And that's why I never say false twin flame, because it was a real connection. There was real emotions there on both sides. He was just a catalyst. It was never meant to be, but it was very, he changed my life. And without him, I would never have been able to draw my real twin. But he was a manic depressed, he was diagnosed. I'm not diagnosing him, he was diagnosed. And when he had depression, even if we were not in contact, I felt it, I knew. And later on, it was confirmed to me. When he was suicidal, I knew. I lay in bed, I was like, why don't I just kill myself? And I was like, wait, where's that coming from? I'm actually at a good place right now. And then I learned that he was in a psychiatric hospital because he wanted to kill himself. And I was, especially after the second we had 2 major separations, especially after the second one, I was devastated. And right after the separation, I couldn't eat for like 10 days, and I was like in like fog around me. I couldn't think clear for like maybe a half a year. So it was a huge Talmud, dark night of the soul, It was really, really bad. And someday I just decided, no more. It was kind of like a conscious decision, no more. And I decided to fight. And actually, he was for me a reason to fight, because I knew that whenever he felt bad, I could feel it. I was like, okay, if there's this kind of band, then it must work the other way. So I just have to make sure that I feel really, really, really good, so that he can feel good. And sadly, so I wasn't motivation enough for myself to feel better. It was edited for him. Tells you a lot about my self-worth back then, right? I did it for him. And I decided consciously, no more. I don't want to be in this darkness anymore. I have to find the light now. And again, there's the light down there, and then there's the skull there. Skull is some kind of ending, transformation that has to come. And for me, it was like this thinking, and it was such a conscious choice, like no more darkness, that all of a sudden, maybe like the next day, it was gone. And I was seriously depressed, like suicidal depressed, like in a state where I actually seriously planned on doing it, like doing research how to do it, started giving stuff away. Like I got close, very close. And it just ended because I was like, no more. And we do manifest. We do I know it sounds so silly, and if you felt like depression, you've probably heard, oh, just feel happy. Yeah, that's bullshit, just feel happy. I know. I've had depression most part of my life, right? Not anymore. Do I have sad days sometimes? Yes, I do. Everybody does. But I haven't had like serious depression in many years. I don't know how many years. Like I think the last time was like the one we're talking about right now, 2014, 13. Yeah, 13 going into 14. And all of a sudden everything changed. That was like the time I started becoming a vegan as well, because what we consume, of course, also I don't know, you want to know what's going on, but I'm talking about myself just because I know this feeling, and I want to show you empathy that I know, but also about what I did in order to get out of there, because sometimes I feel it's important to hear somebody who has been there talk about it. It's not good to hear somebody talk about who doesn't know what they're talking about. I know what I'm talking about, and if I can do it, you can do it too. So like from one day to the other, from consuming meat, I didn't eat a lot of meat back then because Spirit always told me it's not good for you. All of a sudden I became a vegan, which is a kind of shift, because food vibrates, and if there's some kind of like torture, pain, fear in it, and meat does have that, of course. It's very low vibrational. So that was one thing I did subconsciously, and it really helped. And again, from one day to the next, I was out of this maze. If like 2-3 days before, I would not have guessed, but it was done because I sent the signal, it's enough. And I stopped focusing on being in that maze. I focused on out. I want out. And we do manifest. And that's what I say. The universe is reading the signal. And my signal the entire time was darkness and stuck. And all of a sudden it was out. And the universe heard that order and got me out almost immediately. And again, we're talking about suicidal depression. So very, very low. Not just having a bad day, okay? Okay, this is deep and this is intense. I talked 10 minutes. We have the first card. But Spirit gave me this memory right now for a reason, to tell you that it is possible, but focus on the light. Focus on what is good in your life. And even if it's just one thing. Even, I don't know, if you have a dog or a cat and they love you, love them. If that's the only thing you have to focus on that. Spirit will read what you focus on and will give you more of that. If you focus on darkness, unfortunately, Spirit will give you more darkness, because they don't know that you don't like it. For them, they don't judge. For them, everything is experience. They know that you're safe. They know your soul can never get harmed. It's your body that can get harmed, and your like mind, your mind, mental, that can get harmed, but never your soul. And Spirit knows that. They don't just know experience. They don't judge. You can have whatever experience you choose, and Spirit thinks you choose what you focus on. So come on, let's put that card away. Okay, spirits. So the collective I'm reading feels stuck, and they're called, and again, for some of you it's a collective reading. Some of you may already be it's funny, I thought I had the card here. Where is it? I don't know where it is. It's already in somewhere in here. Okay, I don't know where it is. It's somewhere. Okay, see, it's already gone. It's already gone. And look at what we got here. Split the deck. And what I wanted to say is, some of you are a bit further ahead. Some of you already have reached the exit of the maze, and some of you are still in there. It's okay. I split the deck, and I was talking about Spirit, and then here we do have the High Priest, which is to me the guidance of Spirit. So even if you are completely in darkness, you are still guided by Spirit. And this deck here, oh my God, I'm going to take all of these cards. Thank you, Spirit. They put them there for a reason. And this card is called Rebirth. And you see something, it's like, oh my God, you see, it's like a hill. It's like a cave. So we saw the Minotaurus at the gate, out of the cave, or out of, yeah, it's a cave. The labyrinth was in a cave. And he's coming out of the cave. Illuminated. It's a new beginning. It's a rebirth. And Spirit has your back. Spirit is guiding you. The problem is, if you focus on your fears, you won't hear them. So it's important to meditate, to do something in order to get the message. And you see, all of those cards are beautiful. We got here, Spirit showed us. We've got the illuminated head here. We've got the Hermit. You see the ray of lights coming down here, illumination. And oh my God, you can't make this up. And you see ray of lights coming down here as well. Here they're coming down right on him with the Hermit. And see, it's like light is coming. It's going to be right above you. And there, it's illuminated. Wow. This is beautiful. And you saw the picture of the Minotaurus. It was darkness. It was total darkness. There was just a little light at the corner. And there the light is coming. It's coming closer, right above you, giving you insight. And there it is. Ace of Swords. Illumination. That's what the Ace of Swords stands for. And right beneath we have the Ace of Cups. Two aces. It's a lit up crown chakra. So why did you have to go into the darkness? Because sometimes the darkness is important to really appreciate the light. Somebody who's never felt pain cannot really truly feel pleasure, as they say, right? I always see it as like a trampoline. The deeper you go into the cloth, the higher you can get up. So it feels like you have been very, very, very low, but no more. Look at this energy. Wow, this is truly, truly, truly amazing. I mean, you see that yourself, right? This is something. This is amazing. So this was all important because in the darkness, right now I keep listening a lot of Abraham Hicks again to stabilize my energy right now. And Esther Hicks is always talking about the vortex. It's like we need contrast in order to decipher what we want. If we experience something we don't want, we put into the vortex, into this like a space, like how do I describe vortex? There's like this part of you that knows what you want and what you don't want, and by experiencing things you get more sure about what you want. Also, when you experience something you don't want, at the same time you realize what you want. And Ace of Swords, realization. So sometimes the darkness is that's why everybody who's awakening spiritually is going through the dark night of the soul, right? It is a dark night of the soul, and this is the end of it. We have two aces, new beginning, rebirth. It's a new beginning. Work. You gotta work on yourself though. Spirit is helping you, spirit is guiding you, but you gotta do the work. And then where will it lead you? Reconciliation. It's art. This deck, Hermaphroditus, it's a German deck. It's the reconciled, and you see the merging of the energy between feminine breasts and masculine penis. This person is one, and they're merging as well down here. And we got the sun and the moon. Again, the merging of the masculine and the feminine energy, and you see the snakes, the symbol of high soul connections. But first you have to balance the feminine and the masculine within you, and then it will come on the outside. As above, so below. What's inside will push out. You know, like how they say in manifestation, never got it, everyone is you pushed out. If you never heard everyone is you pushed out, please type it into YouTube. You will find amazing videos. I like Unseen Seraph. But what's happening right now is an awakening in your collective, and it's amazing. Painful, yes, but amazing. Like if you asked me that time back then, yes, it was extremely painful, but I needed it. I really, really needed it, because it gave me so much insight about myself, about my connection. It brought me healing eventually, because if you truly want to heal, you can't heal if you oppress stuff. You can only heal by pushing through, by finding the exit of the maze. And again, that precious man, that amazing, good man, my pre-twin, is the reason why I only could draw in my true twin flame, my catalyst. He was a catalyst. Was that painful? Yes. It was painful, but it gave me that. It gave me that process, and I would never want to go back. I never would want it any other way. Right then, I thought I would never see the light again, to be honest. It was really dark. And maybe you hear it in my voice, but when I just remember, I get teared up a bit, because it was really dark. And so I know where I come from, but I know where I'm now, and there's worlds in between. And yeah, you are just doing amazing. Just do the work. Spirit has your back, and even if it feels right now like you won't ever see the light. Look at how much light there's coming. There's so much light coming for you. And Spirit has your back throughout the entire time. So let's put this deck away. I want to use the other one. But again, this is union. This card is union. It's first inner union and then outer union. And look, we got the 11 here, balance. We're starting with balance. I was talking about inner balance. And yeah, we got confirmation. Inner balance will come through work, and then it will show in your relationship. I'm sorry that I'm shuffling off camera. It's just the camera standing so close to me. Stand your ground, 7 of Wands. Be brave, and then you will get positive movement forward. And again, trapped in fear. You see, this is, I want to put them like this, this order. Does that remind you of the Minotaurus? Right. See, it's being caught, but there's a light coming already. It's coming. Maybe you don't see it right now, but it is coming. We got 8-8. Stand your ground. You see, it's still like a dark sun, but there's light coming. It's like a how do you call it? Eclipse. When for a moment everything is dark, but then there's out and it's positive movement forward. 8 of Wands means it can be a fast movement even. I'm feeling drawn to the little birdie here. Trying to focus. Okay, well, you see it's a birdie. So Spirit is going to give you some kind of signs. You can ask for signs. You can also ask for signs, whatever it is. Don't cheat yourself. Don't ask for a sign. For example, am I on the right path? If so, please show me your dog. And then you go to a dog park, right? When I asked for things I don't see. Usually I asked for, back then, to confirm is my twin flame, I asked to see golden dragons. Except for the one picture on my wall, of course, that one doesn't count. And as you see, 2222, it's the number of union, but again, inner union first. Or sometime I asked for brown bears, not teddy bears, and then Spirit showed me pictures of bears. Often asked for hummingbirds, and then all of a sudden pictures of hummingbirds pop up. We don't have those in Germany, so I can't see them live. Or like a specific, like sometime I asked, should I go to my twin? I knew he would be at a place, some kind of event, and I asked Spirit, should I go? And it was in Berlin, and they showed me a car. It was like, sent me a clear sign, very clear, like go to Berlin. And then I found a car, and the car is called, the model is called Berlingo. And I was like, okay, Berlin, go to Berlin. And then just a couple minutes later, I saw a Twingo. So I was like, twin, go to your twin. And then whenever I see a Twingos, of course, it reminds me of my twin. Some people use colors, like not red cars, there's so many red cars or black cars, but purple cars, something you see hardly ever, but it still exists. And if you ask Spirit a question, a yes or no question, and if the answer is yes, Spirit will show you. Within a week, at least 3. If you just see 1, it doesn't really count. I would say I want to see at least 3 within a week. So you can ask, or Spirit, like the Berlingo, that car, or the Twingo. I just asked for a clear sign, like I want a clear sign, should I go or not? And that was so obvious. So you can just ask for a clear sign that you cannot miss, or you can ask for a specific sign. Passion ignited, we got the Ace of Wands. So there's a new beginning coming, but again, it has to come from within. It's passion ignited. It's finding your light, finding your strength, getting your strength back. And then, that's the last one I want to end with. Did you read it? Recognition and reward. Light shining down again. The medal. Spirit is going to see what you're doing. But we had to work hard. Again, Spirit cannot, you have to do the work. You know the saying, God helps those who help themselves? You have to do the work. Number 3, growing, abundance. Yeah, maybe there's still some obstacle, but you see, you can't jump that. There's this protective circle. Spirit has your back. You won't fall. Just trust the light. Trust the signs you get. So let's see if your divine person has some messages, the higher self, for you. What's going on in your connection? Wow, those readings today were quite intense. You see one flipped. I wanted them to be shorter. But if you want a personal reading, you can reach out to me, okay? And then I will see what's going on in your connection. I will give you coaching. I will help you get out of the darkness. And as I said earlier, I know that darkness. I know it myself, so I know what I'm talking about. Okay, this one, I don't feel it literally. It says, please send me a sign. I need to know that you still care. In this darkness, don't send your person a sign. Please don't. Probably not going to end well. But I'm feeling like, I don't have a card in this like I'm sending you signs, or Spirit is sending you signs. I'm feeling like you get signs from Spirit in some kind of way. We were just talking about signs, and we have, please send me a sign. And Spirit cares about you. You're my goddess, so your person does care about you as well. Seeing you're sad and disappointed in me breaks my heart, and I don't know how to deal with it. So your person can feel that you are not very happy, and here again, I'm mad at myself for causing you pain. But if they're your mirror, they cannot help but acting different. It's law of attraction. If you're not in your self-love, they cannot mirror love back to you. It's just not possible. It's not possible. They have to mirror you some way. You're not good enough. If you still have fear of loss, they cannot mirror you what is the word, stability. They have to be out of reach, whether it be because there is a physical separation, or they just ghost you, or whatever it is. They need to mirror that back to you. They cannot mirror anything to you that is not there. I thought I never could love again, but then I met you. So your person feels that this is special, and we have that here as well. Wow, those cards are amazing. They're all the same direction. I cannot believe you even exist. Again, they acknowledge how special it is. They recognize that. I immediately felt a connection to you, and thanks to you, I now know what true love is. So their soul feels this. This is why you can't have it, this reconciliation. But they're in a dark place right now as well. They have to mirror something to you because they've got their own fears, and they feel horrible about it. Because, you know, nobody can just strip off their fears. They can't just get off their skin and say, okay, I have experienced these bad things, but I just forget about them. Nobody can do that. We have to push through. We have to heal, and healing may take some time. But that is okay, because that is where it leads. So I hope this helped you in some way. Again, I am available for personal readings. Please check out my new channel, Magique Twin Flame Magique Soul Ascension Coaching. It is about astrology. If you are interested in an astrology reading about you and your person, and you have your person's birthday, you know, and I need a date and the place, at least country would be good. And if you have the time, that would be perfect. But even if you don't have the exact time, there will be some things to find out. So you can contact me, and I wish you all the best. And remember, you will find your way out of that darkness, okay? All the best. Bye-bye.